Time to rewind and open your mind. No late fees to annoy you this time. Video store might be no more, but we're digging up movies worth watching them for. Welcome back to the Video Store Graveyard, where we pull up movies worth watching, or some worth throwing back in their graves where they came from. I'm Dano.
I'm Andrew.
I'm Tex.
And this is Video Store Graveyard.
Yes, it is. And welcome back. This week we're discussing Deathbed, the Bed That Eats. A little nasty number recommended by our friend Andrew, which he decided. Hey, dude, I'm giving you wonderful credit for bringing us a truly glorious masterpiece.
You get full credit. I take no part in credit on this one.
I was excited to watch it, though. I will say this, for the same reason I think Andrew was, and credit where credit is due. An early stand-up of Patton Oswalt brings this movie up as an example of movies that can get made. And I was pretty excited about seeing it just because I knew it was going to probably be terrible.
And just a little background for everyone. Deathbed, the Bed That Eats is from 1977. It was directed by George Barry and written by George Barry. And there you go.
All right. So late 70s surrealist horror. It looked like it was attempting to be kind of an art piece. And granted, there are some neat effects in it, but it suffers some pretty bad editing choices as well. So let's break it down a little bit for you. The Deathbed is it resides in it's a fancy looking thing. It's a full on canopy bed with with nice, wonderful, comfortable blankies. And,
it looks very, very cool.
Yeah, and it resides in a decrepit old manor where all the teens like to sneak off to shag. And with the Deathbed, in a nearby painting is Dorian Gray wannabe, a sad sack of an individual who was an early victim of the deathbed that consumed him, and is forced to watch through the centuries as people come in and sneak into the manor and try to get all naughty on the bed, and the bed's like, "Hey, tasty treats." And so, the bed itself, whenever it consumes people, and of course, I think Andrew, how this is divided up into like segments.
Well, it's divided in meals: breakfast, lunch, dinner, just desserts. That's the way the story goes.
Ed's already eating better than I do. He's almost a hobbit over here. So the bed is like this demon-possessed entity that creates this foamy yellow digestive fluid that rises up through the mattress and then drags down whatever's on top of it into itself, creating what I thought was actually a pretty fun effect, especially early on during breakfast. This couple that has broken into the manor sneaks in a picnic basket with
a bucket of chicken.
Yeah, suspiciously looking like the Colonel himself.
An apple.
Oh yeah, the apple. I forgot the apple.
An apple and a bottle of wine.
Bottle of wine, and I like how the bed, when it drags down the food, you can see it like kind of take a bite of the apple.
You saw the whole chicken being and the chomping sound. You don't forget the chomping sound.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Tex. Actually, before you even see anything. Before anything happens in the dark, you just hear. Yeah. So you get the idea. Deathbed lives up to its name. The Deathbed definitely eats, and it'll eat whatever is on top of it.
Definitely.
And I love how it unscrews the cork on the
wine.
On the wine and the wine. Oh, so it's getting all tipsy early in the day for breakfast.
It was kind of neat watching it digest stuff in its fluid or whatever it was underneath the bed or inside the bed, whatever you want to call it, with like the chicken, like you said, with the wine
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
got
want to
that
jump
cool
ahead,
yellow
but
effect. No,
the
it's got that cool
It does
yellow.
Pepto Bismol later, which was one of my favorite scenes.
That's right.
I
I had
all the
forgotten
product
the
placement
Pepto.
with the Pepto Bismol was a nice little surprise.
Totally. Oh, great.
Sponsored.
So anyway, but the editing choices, there's a lot of poorly done stuff here. But anyway, continuing on, kind of with the storyline here. It after breakfast, the painting taunts the bed. It says, "Oh, you living up here? Oh, you're never gonna. What do you think you're doing? You acted too fast. No one's gonna buy this place. No one's ever gonna lay in you again." And he makes the bed so mad that I guess you can guess that the bed destroys the house. You don't ever actually. You just see kind of a rumbly, and then the next thing you know, there's no house there anymore, and it's just like all that's left is the basement area or whatever, which people still somehow manage to find out in the wilderness when they're wandering around in their weird ass adventures. And they end up stumbling down into, wow, what a comfy little place with a fireplace, and look at that bed. We should lay on it. So that's the
Yeah.
idea. You get the idea of deathbed pretty quick. Overall opinions. What do you guys think?
Hmm. Okay, as you stated before, there's some really good visuals in the film. I agree with that. I like the bed scene where they go underneath with the chomping and all that. That said, too many slow moments of not a lot of stuff happening, and then you're just waiting there for somebody to get killed. But that's just my opinion. What about you, Daniel?
Well, Tom Petty says the waiting is the hardest part, but I actually liked the anticipation because it added tension to the humor of the whole thing. I was enjoying the badness so much and the long spaces and just at some point you're gonna be like, someone look, go lay on the bed already. You're just gonna get,
I
oh
think
boy.
that's how. It was.
Yeah. Like, what is it gonna eat next? So I want to do experiments with the bed. I want to see what like stuff it doesn't like. Like maybe give it mustard and milk and see what it does. I don't know. Tex, what did you think?
Ooh, um, some of the visuals, I wouldn't go as far as to say they were good, but I would say a couple of them were neat. Again, when the bed's digesting stuff or eating stuff, and there's one scene in particular that I have to bring up that was so ridiculous, and it was like towards the end when that dude shows up, that dude who's like a friend looking for like the friend, and the bed digests part of his hand, and he doesn't have like any reaction. He has like the calmest NPR reaction to it. He's like, "Oh, look, it's on my hand is only bones. What am
Yeah.
I gonna do?" He's just like really calm about it. I'm like, that was probably the single most ridiculous part, and just his whole reaction to that. I don't know if you guys have anything to say about that scene, but
I liked the bleached skeleton hand. Like it's not only does the deathbed consume your flesh, but it'll polish your bones while it's at it.
Yeah, I have a lot of problems
Polish
with
your
that scene.
bones?
Because that scene is cheap because all they're doing is they're putting a fake plastic skeleton over a shirt. It's obvious that's what they're doing. And B, what you brought up, Tex, about how the actor has no reaction
the
to,
actor's like,
oh, hey, his arm is gone.
he's acting like someone's massaging his back.
Oh, no. I wish we were exaggerating. That's actually how he's acting. Oh,
No, yeah, we're
no.
totally not exaggerating. Yeah.
And
Also,
he was getting his bone polished.
he did get his bone
And then he's
polished.
like, he's really calmly like, oh, you gotta push it off. You gotta get rid of it. You gotta make it do this. Just calmly explaining to the girl.
Wrapping up the story when they tied it into a demon, and you needing to make this like circle 8 mark in order for the bed to move outside on its own, and then it catches on fire, and then boy, it was really messy. Like, it was messier than that bed eating the chicken and drinking the Pepto-Bismol. I mean, it was.
I will
there was
say
a-
though,
I didn't know about Patton Oswalt's thing until after when Dano suggested we should watch that. But yeah, it's like, what the hell is this movie, man? Why? It's about. Never mind. Yeah, this movie's terrible. Four
All right.
Horns Down.
perfect
what's that?
description text. I love it.
Yeah, that's very good job, dude. All right, well, okay, so Deathbed, we kind of get an idea of the consensus of everybody here on what everybody
right.
thought.
It was fun watching with you guys, though. I'll give it
Okay,
that. It was-
no,
our little
let's give our
commentary during the
ratings here,
movie. It was funny, and we had some laughs.
All right, well, once again, 1977, the surrealist horror film Deathbed, The Bed That Eats, alternatively titled The Deathbed, directed by George Barry, and it's his only film. You might see why. And it is, to me, I'm going to give it at least 2 horns because.
Why?
Ooh,
I'll
Why?
tell you why. I'll tell you why. Because
tell
of
me
the
why.
because of the collective experience. This is not a movie I would recommend that any of our listeners watch just on their own. This is a movie that you want to get a bucket of chicken from your favorite chicken place, maybe a couple of bottles of wine, and get like 2 or 3 friends over and sit in the living room and experience it all together so that you all have something to say about it afterwards. I say this movie is worth the hilarity of the experience of watching it. And that alone, I'll give it 2. I'm not going to give it 4, definitely, because it's no masterpiece, and I'm not throwing it back in the graveyard, guys. I'm going to keep this one around because to me, it's worthwhile for just in a kind of a mystery science theater style method of watching it.
Fair enough.
Wow.
Andrew?
I wish I could be that positive, Dano. I'm just gonna
Yeah,
have
I
to give
kinda
this
do
one
too,
horn up.
but I can't.
One horn up because I enjoyed the experience of watching it with you guys. If we're talking about the actual film, well, it's not that great. I mean, there's some creative scenes, like I kind of like some of the visuals, but they're not like anything like Evil Dead great or anything like that. But I mean, at the end of the day,
You think
this is definitely a film you cannot watch by yourself. What Dano said, you have to watch this with friends because it's one of those films where you just go, "What just happened?"
That's true. I agree with that last statement there. It was fun asking each other, like, did we just see this? Or what the hell was that? I'll give it that. I still give it my 4 horns down, but I do agree with the experience that you guys are talking about. It was nice to watch it with you guys. That's for sure.
Outstanding. Pro tip for anybody that does choose to watch this by themselves: have an apple.
Yeah, and the fried chicken.
No,
it's
you can
definitely
still
gives
have
us
the
fried
fried
chicken.
chicken. Well, the fried chicken, I don't know about by yourself. Then you're getting into like I don't know, like sad territory. I think if you're by yourself eating the chicken and watching this,
But we just
you might
recommended
need to
people not
need
to
to
watch it by themselves.
you might need to have that 800 number
We did.
handy for calling, just in case the mood gets too dark for you. All right, well there you go, Deathbed, The Bed That Eats. I say check it out. These guys say maybe, but if you do, only with others. I'm
Yeah.
kind of in that opinion too. So have fun with it if you choose to find it. I'm sure it's lurking on I think we found it on one of them channels. It's streaming some places, and I'm sure if you are lucky enough to have
Well,
a
funny about
VHS
that.
video store, that would be
If
pretty
you go
fun.
out and find it, you're truly dedicated.
Yeah,
Well-
it might be worth it. I don't know. I'd say it's worth the effort for fun. but don't try too
Well, no.
hard.
No, that your positivity is. I appreciate that, Dano. I do.
They only recently restored this, by the way, since the director had a hard time getting it on VHS back in the 80s.
All right, that's worth
Uh,
noting. What you just said.
It only got restored in 2013 when Patton Oswalt actually talked about it around that time, because a lot of people were like, "Oh, I want to watch this movie, but nobody can watch it." And I guess he's actually was helpful in getting this movie restored. Actually,
I
It's
wonder
looking
how
like
he feels about
2003.
that.
It's looking like 2003 is what IMDb is saying.
oh really?
Yeah, it says it
Weird.
twice. Patton Oswalt mentioned it in 2007.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I wonder how he feels about restoring that. He probably the same way he
Well-
feels about drawing attention to KFC's famous bowls. But anyway, anyway, fun movie. So there we go. That's kind of our main movie feature for the week. What else we got going, guys? What do you got?
What do you got for us,
Wait a
Andrew?
minute. What is that? Wait,
What do
What?
you got? Anybody, you got anything else
That's-
for us?
that's Andrew talking about his new YouTube channel. Yes, that's right. Every Tuesday, I will be doing movie reviews on my personal YouTube channel. Go check it out, folks. But seriously, I will be every Tuesday doing movie reviews since I go to the movies every Tuesday. So go check it out on my personal channel, Andrew Step.
Oh yeah,
Right on.
that's right. Andrew's got another thing going on. I'm sorry, I was thinking. Yeah, he's got that going on. And what did you talk about last time?
Ooh, see, I talked about the Sam Raimi produced Crawl, which is a really good film about simply, a family trying to escape gators. That's it.
I'm excited about Sam Raimi doing horror again. I was really a big fan of Drag Me to Hell, so I'm excited to listen to what you have to say about it, and probably checking it out in my own time. So everybody, be sure to check out Andrew's review of the one he just said, Crawl.
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 Right
All
on.
right. Is it quiz
what-
time?
Yeah,
Quiz
quiz time is what I
time.
was getting to. Yeah,
Wonderful.
so,
do,
Quiz
do.
time. All right, gentlemen, are you ready for the quiz?
all right. And
Tell everyone what we're doing there, Andrew.
Today we are doing 1983 horror films. Are you gentlemen ready?
all right, and also prefacing the listeners if that haven't heard before, this is basically where we just go through. He's going to list off some stuff. We're going to say which ones we like more or prefer, and yeah. So if you care at all about anything we have to say or think, be sure to listen to our glorious opinions as we throw them in your face. You ready? I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Ready, Tex? All right. The first one, Cujo and Christine, two Stephen King movies.
I'm a big fan of the Cujo film. Big fan of it.
That's rough.
The performances are great. It's thankfully not as hardcore as the book, or as sad. I know that it mentally affected some people. I know that don't even like big dogs because of it, which is sad because Samson's a sweetheart, and thankfully they've come around. Speaking of which, he's around here somewhere. Yeah, I'm going Cujo.
Wow, you're going Cujo, huh?
Yep.
That's a real tough one for me. I like both movies a lot. I would almost go with Christine. You know what? I'm gonna go with Christine. I like Cujo a lot. Don't get me wrong,
yeah.
but if I had a choice, though, I mean, just the special effects in Christine go a long way, and they chose a solid
Well-
acting group, and the music's really cool, and I mean,
Considering-
Cujo's cool too, and it was scary and sad and really gritty. But on this one, I would go Christine.
All right.
All right. And I'm going to have to go with you as well, Tex, with Christine, because the director went through that effort. John Carpenter went through that effort of buying all those cars for special
Yeah.
effects as well. He went through a lot of effort to do that movie.
Some of those special effects are better than anything you see now.
Especially the way that they would do most of the shots. Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah, and they were not computer generated either.
No, they were not. Well, he would like reverse certain shots, but yeah, that was pretty creative the way he did it.
Yep. All
It
right.
doesn't look cheap like certain films. How about Mountaintop Motel Massacre or Psycho 2?
I've actually seen both of those. Dana, have you seen both
Really?
of those?
I think I've seen Mountaintop. That's the one I'm not 100% sure on, but I do know for sure I've seen Psycho 2 and rather recently, and so I'm going to be pretty biased towards liking it. I think it's a pretty dang good sequel as far as things go. I was like not expecting to like Psycho 2
Yeah,
and
I would
like
go Psycho 2 as well.
and liked it quite a bit. Uh, I think that there's I think it's kind of an underrated sequel.
I think Psycho 2 became better over time. Maybe people didn't like it so much back then, I don't know, but now, just the way the movie was, it's nice to have like a old school, good quality movie that continued the story to look back on now over time, I think. I
I
think,
agree
I don't
with
know.
that.
I think it got better over time.
Yeah.
It is one of those films that people probably weren't used to at the time, but yeah, it's a good sequel, and I appreciate Anthony Perkins coming back for the
Yeah.
sequels. I believe he was in all of them. Am I correct?
Yeah.
That they did
No,
after
he-
that.
He's in all of them except for the shot-for-shot
TV show.
remake, Bad Decision.
Well, I believe he died unfortunately before that happened. I believe so.
Well, yeah, he wouldn't have been in that trash anyway. Sorry, that's like that movie, the remake of Psycho, shot-for-shot remake with
Mm,
Vaughn.
Do we now?
It's
Do
just-
we blame the actor for that, or do we blame the director?
I
'Cause
blame
I'm going
I
director.
blame the people that came up with the idea of doing it. That's who I blame. I blame
I would blame
anybody.
them first, but
the
also
studio
Vince
execs.
Vaughn was not a good casting choice.
Because I kind of like Vince Vaughn a little bit, but that movie he tested my
I like Vince
patience.
Vaughn a lot.
Yeah, I
I'm
do
go-
too, but I just don't think
I
that
can
was the
forgive
right
him for
role
that
him.
piece of crap, but
I don't
and
think
I
he
can
did a good job.
I can forgive him for that piece of crap, but then he goes and does True Detective too. So no, I'm just kidding. But I still like Vince Vaughn quite a bit. Anyway, all right. So what else you got, Andrew?
Okay, Extra or The Deadly Spawn?
Oh,
I haven't seen
my-
Extra, and that's a movie we've actually been talking about. We can't even get a hold of that unless you fork over like $200.
No, it's like $25 on Amazon, I think.
Oh, wasn't it like 140 or something before when we first talked about it?
On Walmart, but then I think apparently the price went down since it's more readily available now. All of
Extra
a sudden.
Yeah,
It's
I guess
definitely
I'll
a
have to
movie I've
reserve
never
my
viewed,
opinion.
though.
I don't know anything about Extra, so
But of course, I guess I would choose The Deadly Spawn. That movie.
I think we've established our feelings about that one
We
pretty
could talk
well.
about that movie anytime. That movie was awesome.
Yeah, I would go with that. But
Oh yeah,
then again, I
Deadly
haven't seen the
Spawn
other-
all the way, buddy.
All right, what else you got for us, bud?
How about here's an interesting one. Nightmares or Thriller?
Thriller. Like
Yes.
the Michael
Technically,
Jackson
Thriller is a Michael Jackson movie.
No,
It's a
no,
short film.
that's the one you're talking about. I thought you were talking about the actual other movie, Thriller.
That's a movie?
Yeah, there's a
was just a
movie.
joke.
No, it's a short film by Michael Jackson with Vincent
Oh.
Price.
Oh well, no. I thought you were talking about the real Thriller, not the jump on Thriller.
Jamone. What was the Thriller and what?
Nightmares.
Nightmares. That one sounds familiar. Is that an anthology? I want to
Maybe.
say I think I saw it. If it's an anthology, I think it's
Looks like it. Yeah, it looks like it's separate stories.
I barely remember it, so I wouldn't be fair to say anything about it. And Thriller, really? I mean,
it's a classic music video. I'm sure that's the short film because I do remember there being some Vincent Price business going on in that. But I think less
I'm not a
said about
vegetable.
MJ, the better right now.
I'm not a vegetable. I'm saying neither right now. Neither.
Yeah. No. We
What?
choose no.
Oh, we have to choose no, or we have to choose yes.
No.
No,
we
I say I choose no. I choose no answer.
Oh,
Me no answer.
Misa, no answer.
All right.
What about you,
How
Andrew?
about-
Are you abstaining or are you saying?
Thriller music video. It's classic.
Right on.
Next.
How about Sleepaway Camp
Ding, ding, ding.
or
Part one.
yes, part one. Or there's nothing real. Oh well, The House of Sorority Roar.
Row?
Roar. Roar.
Say row.
Row.
Okay, thank you. That's this
Row.
House of Sorority
R-O-W.
Roar sounds like a
Row.
different kind of movie.
Row. Oh,
Everyone
know why I
forgive
said
Andrew.
row.
He is from Sweden.
apparently.
Obviously, Sleepaway Camp.
I don't know what to say on this one because I don't really care for Sleepaway Camp, and I've never seen the Sorority Row. So
Everybody, please forgive Tex for
four.
not liking not caring for Sleepaway Camp. Sorry, Felicia.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna have to abstain. I plead the fifth. Plead the fifth.
I love the beginning as well. I want to talk. I actually, despite the fact I've discovered Texas true feelings, we need to watch Sleepaway Camp one of these times and have a little discussion.
It could be more fun watching it with you guys, but
Of course, it would be.
oh yeah, okay, my bad. It would be more fun watching.
Of course,
it.
it's a good idea.
Angela.
Of course, it's a good idea. All right, cool. Well, did anything left in 1983?
We should have a lot.
Plenty, but I'm not familiar with some of these films, so I
Haven't
don't know. You guys
even
pick
heard
me.
of the Friday the 13th movie yet.
Yeah.
One doesn't exist in this year, buddy. So
What?
yeah, that's what I'm seeing right here on Wikipedia.
Really?
Well, what do you
None.
know? We found
There
a
was one
loophole.
every year back then. Okay, well, you're looking at it, so
All right. How about we go with a little bit of a tasty pick? Microwave Massacre or Jaws 3D?
Jaws 3D.
Since you can- since
Funny
you can
thing
cook
is,
Jaws.
I've got both of those in my queue on streaming to watch. I've never seen the Microwave Massacre,
I've never seen
but-
Microwave Massacre.
but the cover is fantastic. So
Is it really about a microwave?
well? The cover has a head and a microwave.
Really?
The cover I
apparently
saw. it
so.
on. So I do know that a microwave must be involved in some manner. I believe it's a cannibal film more than anything. Guy basically kills and eats his wife or something, and I guess he uses the microwave to cook, which is a sad choice.
Do you prefer stir fry?
Well, I mean, if you're gonna cook. I have a microwave, but honestly, I think everybody should probably throw those things out. I think they've made us lazy. But then again, sometimes it's the best way to have a burrito. So I don't know. Microwave Massacre. I'm going with Microwave Massacre just because I think all the Jaws after the original are trash.
I'm going with Jaws because it was just kind of fun to see a different setting for the movie, like the water park, and Dennis Quaid's in it, he's kind of cool.
Ooh, and when we're recording this, it is a preface to Shark Week. Good job, Tex.
And Lois Gossett Jr. Louis Gossett Jr. is in it, right? I believe Louis Gossett Jr. is in it.
I'll
And,
have to check it out again then. I was thinking about Iron Eagle the other day.
Iron Eagle, that was a great movie.
Yeah.
What did you say was in the text?
Lois Gossett Jr.
Yep.
Louis Gossett Jr. My
He's-
bad.
Lewis.
Gossett.
What about you, Andrew? Do you have a say on those two movies?
Jaws 3D, because it's just so cheesy that I love it.
Mhm.
I don't know. Microwave Massacre is on my queue. I haven't seen it yet. But yeah, Jaws 3D, I love that scene. That's like so 3D, and it doesn't make sense if you're not watching it in 3D. But
All
I
right.
do agree with Dano, though. The rest of the Jaws films after one are
Part 2 is not that bad.
Eh.
That's
All
it. Just
right.
crickets. Jaws 2 is not that bad, and all I hear is crickets. All right.
Well, okay. It's been a while.
No,
We should probably rewatch
that's
that
fine.
one.
That's fine. I take this very personally.
And it's Shark Week. I apologize. Well, while we're recording it is Shark Week. Okay. Any other movies for us, or are we running out?
How about Sweet 16? And I should have done this with Sleepaway Camp, but A Night to Dismember.
I have not seen either of those,
I've not seen either one of those.
so I will abstain from this one as well.
I'll abstain. I was hoping you guys would have. I have not.
No, I'm still trying to think about things I would or wouldn't cook in a microwave. You got my brain going in another direction now.
Fried chicken is always good microwaved after the next day, you know.
You like? Nah, see, I'm interesting. I'm not
I
normally a
mean-
fan of microwave fried chicken. I can't believe we're getting into this. If I'm gonna eat fried chicken the next day, I just want it cold out of the fridge.
Really? I gotta have
Totally.
it cooked in the microwave, man. And then I gotta put a little bit of barbecue sauce on it, dude. And then I'm good to go.
Pervert. All right.
Ooh, okay.
What else we got, Andrew?
A Blade in the Dark, Boogeyman 2.
Oh God, we're getting into weird ones. I have no idea what they are.
This is how we were with 1982 as well. I have not seen either one of those.
Ooh, okay.
Have you guys?
Hmm.
No.
No.
No. No. Yeah, it's
I
starting
was
to.
hoping you guys would be like, "Oh, I've seen
That's okay.
Boogeyman
We're
2."
learning about some movies we didn't know about.
That's part of what we're doing. We're going through. We're looking at grave markers of
All right.
films that we're trying to
Grave
say.
markers.
Which grave mark would we rather dig up? Would we rather look at anyway?
No, that's
All
good.
right.
I like that.
Are we ready for the next one, fellas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, until we're done. Until we're
Demon-
done. Don't let
the
Daniel
demon of-
pressure you.
God damn it. The Demons of Ludlow. Ludlow. The Demonville Terror.
Jesus, I've never heard of either one of those.
Oh,
Demon
Demon
movies.
1983. I'm looking at them right now.
Two demon movies that are not demons. I
It
give a
should
big
be
fat-
noted some of these films are foreign.
Well, yeah. So was Demons and Demons 2, and they were fantastic.
Yeah, those were good movies.
I haven't heard of these other two though.
Mm-mm. Have you, Andrew?
Nope.
All right. What else haven't we heard of?
Frightmare Eye of Fire. 2 separate films.
I have not seen them.
Oof. Okay, dang.
No one
You
else?
know?
No, I haven't seen them. I'm like trying to think about. I'm imagining you looking at this list and going through and finding. Okay, keep going.
Okay. House of the Long Shadows
Oh, you have one I've seen.
and The Hunger.
Really?
I've seen both of those. Wow,
I've heard of The Hunger. I haven't seen it. I'll let you
How's-
go. Well, you should go first, Dana.
Yeah, House of Long Shadows. They're both so good. I'm gonna go. The Hunger. It's definitely 80s choices. I'm gonna go with The Hunger, mainly
Ooh.
because I am right now.
Andrew, have you seen either one of these?
Neither of them, but they are on my queue. They are on my queue. I've not watched either one yet, though.
Yeah, I've not seen either one. Kudos to you, Dana, for seeing 2 of those there.
Oh, look at that. Yeah. Do you
Okay.
call your queue IQ? Never mind.
No. No, I
Never
do
mind.
not. Yeah.
Next.
My cue.
I'm gonna try and pronounce this. Julie Darling and The Killing of Satan.
Whoa.
No. The Killing
No,
of
because
Satan?
of the title, or no?
No, I
I've
haven't
not-
seen either of those.
I didn't even know there was a movie called The Killing of Satan.
That's
Killing
what
of
I'm reading,
Satan.
and it
Killing of
is
Satan.
from the country of.
Hell.
I can load this up real quick. It's not from America. It's from the Philippines.
Oh man,
Really?
should have known Satan was there. Just kidding. I love the Philippines. The
Disclaimer:
Caligari-
Philippines, we
the
do not
Caligari-
hate you.
No, hell no. Your cuisine is
I'm just
exquisite.
making sure we just throw that disclaimer.
Although they do have balut,
Okay.
and that seems like something the devil might like.
Disclaimer again for anyone who likes that.
No, I mean, well, you're familiar with what balut is, right? That's the
Disclaimer
part-
for anyone who likes Dano.
That's the partially fermented egg. So
No,
you're
I'm just
eating
messing
kind of
around.
like
Yeah,
it's
I
like you're
don't-
eating an aborted chicken. That's what it
I
is.
mean, how can you take any movie seriously that's called the killing of Satan? Is that what it's called?
The killing
Son, the killing of Satan. All right.
When you say it like that.
The killing of Satan.
Okay.
Anyway, Mausoleum and Mongrel, Mongrel. Not sure how to say that one.
Mongru?
Mongru? I think so, yeah.
OMGR. What?
Mongrel.
Oh, Mongrel. Mongrel.
Mongrel.
Mongrel.
Mongrel. Mongrel.
This
Mongrel.
episode of Video Store Graveyard, Andrew phonetically pronounces mongrel.
Mongrel. I don't know what that word means.
Was
so you guys need to
mausoleum-
educate me.
Named something else before? I want to say that sounds like familiar.
Mausoleum is, I believe, the Phantasm ripoff.
Oh, okay.
Is
I've
it?
not seen either one of those. I've heard of Mongrel.
I unfortunately have not seen either, but but anyway,
Andrew, have you seen
Okay,
either one of
well.
those?
Andrew, have you seen the one, including the one?
The
I'll
one
leave
with Captain
you alone.
Mongrel.
There you go. No,
Yay.
Ah!
it
My
is
food was
Mongrel. I plan to make burgers. Okay.
Fried
Next.
chicken.
Well, we're running short here, guys. but I
Okay,
got a
well,
couple
do you wanna-
more.
Do you want to? Okay, yeah, one more, and then we'll wrap things up.
And let me know if I'm repeating any. One Dark Night and Scalps.
I haven't seen Scalps.
Since Dano sounds like he's in such a hurry, let's take our time on this one.
Hey, I'm not the one that said we're running short on time.
I've not heard of either one of those movies. I thought 1982 sucked. Damn.
Yeah, I haven't heard of either of them either.
Really?
Well, I think I heard of the first one, but I already forgot what it was.
I kind of did too. Andrew, what were the two movies?
One Dark Night.
Oh, One Dark Night. That's why I heard of it. It's like the premise to every story. I don't know what you're doing now. Now you're just making weird mouth sounds. Are you trying to pronounce mongrel again?
No, you jerk.
I think I'll go with One Dark Night just because of the name is a horror staple cliche. But I haven't seen
No.
either one, and that's not real fair.
Me neither.
But if I was gonna dig a grave up, that'd be the one I'd dig.
Well,
I couldn't-
we only
couldn't-
got a couple left here.
Okay,
Let's
let's
see.
do it.
All right, everybody. We have Soul Survivor and Skullduggery.
Soul
like
Survivor and Skull what?
Skullduggery.
Skull Skull
Yeah, I know.
Duggery.
Skullduggery. Yes, skullduggery.
I've never heard
Skulldug-
of either of those.
I like the word skullduggery. I'll go with
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah, me too.
And also, I'm really glad I know how to spell skull now. Thank you, Andrew.
You're very welcome.
Thank you, Andrew.
All right.
All right,
I
is that pretty much
think
it
we only
for
have-
83?
We only have two more here.
Oh, I thought those were
Hurry up,
something
dude, 'cause
wicked this way
Dano
comes.
is like ready to just end it.
No, I'm not ready to end it. I
Spasm.
thought we were running out of
Let me
time.
do this.
Yeah, I'm with you, Andrew. I support you 100%.
Are
Go
you
ahead.
sure about that? All right, we're done. Okay. Something Wicked This Way Comes and Spasms.
Something Wicked This Way Comes. I own that movie. It's fantastic. It's got dude that actually is playing in Man Who Killed Don Quixote, Jonathan Pryce, as the ringmaster, and it's based on a Ray Bradbury story, and it's a fantastic movie based on one of the best Halloween books you will ever read. Something Wicked This Way Comes, one of my favorite books, happens to be one of my favorite movies. Great soundtrack, everything about that movie. In fact, dudes, if neither of y'all have seen it, I'm going to have to drag y'all on that trail because that is one worth watching.
Wow. All right. And what about Spasms?
Very insightful, Dano.
Spasms, I don't know anything about.
All right.
But
I
maybe
remember
I'll
seeing
visit later.
the Something Wicked This Way Comes, right? When I was little, but I really don't remember anything about it. And I've heard of Spasms. I kind of want to watch that one, but I guess I would have to go with Something Wicked This Way Comes, even though I don't really remember it.
And if you need an answer C-text, we also have Videodrome.
Ooh, I've heard of that one.
That's a good one too.
I've been
That's
wanting to see
Cronenberg.
that. I've not seen it, but I know of it.
That is a really good one. That's Cronenberg, right?
That is Cronenberg.
Is it Cronenberg? Oh, wow, really?
Yes, sir. It is a Canadian David Cronenberg.
We have
movie.
too many movies that we need to watch together. Like, way too many.
Well, the graveyard's
Ooh.
full, man, and it takes some time to dig all
Yeah.
these bastards up.
We also have an answer D real quick. Zeder, an Italian film.
Zeder?
Zeder. Yes.
Is that Mongrel?
No and no.
Is this THEEND yet?
Fuck. YOU.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna. What do y'all think? Are we? I'm not trying to force an end here. I'm just trying to find a segue. How do y'all feel about
Segue.
closing up the graveyard for now?
Everyone remember Andrew's solo adventure on his podcast?
Yes.
We get our complete support here.
Yeah. Find out what he thinks of Crawl in motion picture theaters around the areas that hopefully you live in. All right. Well, until next time, I guess we're going to close up the graveyard. I'm Dano.
I'm
Andrew.
Tex. Andrew, any parting words?
Andrew, am I not coming through? Hello, can you hear me? Boo boo. Am I coming
Yes.
through?
All right. Great closing words there, Andrew.
Oh, there we
Those
go.
really your closing words?
No.
No, I couldn't hear myself. Sorry about that.
Oh,
You better-
okay.
Better hurry up. Dano, he's itching.
All right, folks. This is Andrew. I will see y'all later when we come back and dig up some more movies on the Video Store Graveyard.
Peace.
Time to rewind and open your mind. No late fees to annoy you this time. Video store might be no more, but we're digging up movies worth watching them for. Time to power up the VCR. Headed to the graveyard of films near and far. Watching the strangeness we find on the way. Three crazy friendos with plenty to say. Come on our journey if you're so inclined. Leave sanity, hope, and good taste behind. Life isn't easy, but whatever is. Video store graveyard is open for biz. Time to rewind and open your mind. No late fees to annoy you this time. Video store might be no more, but we're digging up movies worth watching them for. Time to rewind and open your mind. No late fees to annoy you this time. Video store might be no more, but we're digging up movies worth watching them for.